House Democrats spoken to any Senate Democrats about maybe the Senate going first with the CR to get the ball rolling? And if so, would it be doable to jettison, say, Ukraine and natural disaster aid and just a clean CR?
We're not going to turn our back on the urgent issues of the day. The Ukrainian people are fighting for freedom. It seems that many in the House Republican Conference want to turn our back on that conflict. They want to help Vladimir Putin, build an empire. That's what they have chosen to do. That's what 70 of them voted for, in fact, before we went on our August recess and work period. It's incredibly unfortunate. Leader Jeffrey's office is in touch with Leader Schumer. We have had, conversations among the bodies. We stand ready to both help the Ukrainian people as well as prepare and guard against depleting disaster revenue. The DRF, the Disaster Relief Fund, is on fumes between hurricanes and fires in Maui and in Florida, flooding in Vermont. We have seen that account depleted. It needs urgent attention, and it will. And so that's why we, expect and need urgent action. And so we'll work with our Senate partners. I think we're less concerned on timing and who goes first. We want to keep the government open. That's what the House Democratic Caucus wants to do. That's what, by the way, Senate Democrats want to do, and Senate Republicans. The only group that doesn't want government funded is the House Republican Conference. And that speaks volumes to where we are.
On the supplemental funding, are you open to the idea of voting on disaster relief separate from Ukraine funding so this becomes less of a partisan issue?
I think it's important that we have a focus on the continuing resolution on fully funding government, whether it's through a continuing resolution or passing full year bills. But our belief is we should act on, I share the position that Mitch McConnell has. We should act on disaster relief and Ukraine funding at the same time. These are both urgent. Timing matters, here in D.C. Separating bills and running, dual tracks, that takes time. I'm not familiar with the Senate process, but it seems like it takes them a few days just to turn the lights on. So, we'd like to keep things, moving and together. And I think that's why the president proposed this, $40 billion package when you combine disaster assistance with Ukraine. I think that makes the most sense. I think that's where House Democrats are. We see the urgent need in both categories and the importance of keeping government open. That is our focus, and that's what we're going to continue to work toward.
Last question.